Good morning. Currently, I'm in one of the Mien villages in Sukhothai, up in the mountain area. It's a smaller villages, but it's a Mien community, so there's a small, tight community where just about everybody know everybody, I guess. Got here about 9 o'clock last night, about 7:30 in the morning. So just want to show you a little bit about how nice and peaceful this is up here. Yeah, that's the way that we came in, small road. You believe it that this is a two-way street. They used to plant a lot of rice here, and my understanding is they plant rice and some other things. I share more later after I gather more information, but as they switched off to do more rubber tree because rice is not profitable, so they switched over to rubber tree, orange, and grapefruits and lime, and that's what a lot of villages here plant. So here's some lime trees. Yeah, lime trees, some nice. It's getting big, but yeah, you can see all the different lime that they had. Not different, but different sizes, I should say. I'm just walking around. It's a small village, again, to give you a little bit of view and ideas and see how it is. This morning, I just want to show you, or in this video, I should say, I just want to show you or try to do some comparisons of how people are living back here as far as villages and all that stuff. So this one village I'm at. Yeah, I'm going to switch in between languages so that way, just so people could get it. So I'm going to speak Mien too. So, bang on dom or idom you say, yếm chia bông lặng này, yếm ở Sukhothai, yếm muốn yếm chân thái tập bông là idom you so xuất đây nằm clip tập bông bùa yếm tung bằng thảo béo miền hana yếm yếm tập bông ở mà xiên nhung yếm béo ở mà xiên nhung yếm béo và hang bùa tổ công miền là hai này nó hana yếm bùa mảng này hana yếm quên đặc ang bùa mảng ở. As I pan around, I could show you this one style house that was there. Let me zoom in a little bit more hidden, but a little more modern. And then this one's more of a traditional, older. And then there's one here that's even more modern with AC equipped into it, and then everything else. But let me take you into this inside one and see how the setup is and everything else. So, nó yêu to một việc của nhau mảng béo ở đó mà thảo chia tay mảng thảo béo nó cho đó nó cái gì nó tiền chia tròn ở mà y nom chia phải tiền tự y nom chia này là cái nhựa nó mà y bông keng nó. So the outside here had parking space. You can see there's 2 parking spaces, and then there's 2 way entrance, the side door for your car or the front for the entrance. Nobody really used this front entrance. Most people always use the side. But let me take you straight to the front entrance. So now my nom keng here con nó bông biệt béo ở biệt nó cần nhựa nó bớt tập quật down nó so it's concrete floor. So it's 2 bedroom, a kitchen, and a living room, and a small, yeah. So now say my nom hong pui or my nom ken pui thọ nom tôn hàng tòng thằng nhận hàng tòng ở thì nó cần nhựa nó bông mảng nó ken đó nó mà những sao. As you can see, the bedroom is really simple, not much, right? Concrete floor, you got your mat to, when people guest or people come over, they could lay their mat, and then, so that way, and then also a net, because there's mosquito here, so they do use a net here, so you can see that, right? And then there's a window in the background here for it. Yeah, so it's really simple, it's wide open, if you want AC, you have to close it up, of course, and all that. And yeah, so as you enter here, you see the living room. Oh yeah, the ceilings are metal sheeting, so it gets pretty hot because of the metal sheeting. Small TV, a fridge, and then let me take you into bedroom number 2. It's a little messy. You see the mosquito net against the wall. It's a little messy because my cousin and I have been sleeping in here, so yeah, this is where we'll sleep at. Again, it gets pretty hot in here. You know, usually it's usually a place like this, so you know, a bedroom like this, I should say. So usually a whole family will sleep in here. Like, you know, we don't have a lot of, like, I guess, as far as sleeping arrangement goes, it's not, you know, when you're tired, just go to sleep. So it's not like, you know, everybody retired to their own bedroom or everything else, right? As you go to a more modern house, you see that it's like that. You know, this is not like America where, you know, family actually sleep together. This usually sleep about 8, 9, 10 people easily. You know what I mean? We just lay it out. And of course, you need the fan, especially for myself, because, you know, I'm still haven't fully getting used to the weather, but yeah, it's pretty hot. So, and con the tiên miền ngoài, nó tập trung nó xe hang nó thổ bố ta ta yếm chia nhé cũng pan nó bố yếm chia bố xiết tôi nhé con bốn tên hang hoa tập trung nó cầm miền màn và cần nhé kiên bồi ở nó xe choàng chế bồi có dạ dần pa nó yết zoom hang tỏi bồi nó thăm nhé bồi đứt xiệp lên tàu nhé ở hang bồi do tìm xoàng quang lên nó bồi zoom bồi đứt thăm nhé nó choàng chế bồi ở liền nó sẽ là phó để tiên xe về sự yết thầu nhé một tỏi ý tàu bồi này vì cái nó sẽ phó để nhé cái đứt zip cái nó để sự zip siêu tăng học sự siêu tăng là sẽ ta ám. So yeah, part of my uncleanliness, I supposed to be folding all this stuff up, so I'll come back to it and fold it up real quick before and get everything put up. But yeah, I just want to get this quick video before I start doing that. So here's a small fridge, drinking water, and then the water here is by well, so it's like it's not filtered. So, and then, you know, sometimes you get you know, dirt and mud that come up with it. So we, you know, everybody here pretty much buy drinking water to drink. Wom na nát tập trung buổi hiu nhưng buổi thảo chiên nhá hát tao thảo chiên buổi hiu yếm chiên na wom na nó wait ta nắn năng thái đỉnh na tao miền ta sum wom dong ta hốp hắn nói vô ta wom dong như na mà wom dong ta hốp đàn hang hoa tập trung là tứ đỉnh có buổi bùng sinh ha có bùng wom mua đào hang tứ hốp mà bà na hang nó liền na xe nhận hàng tòng phải nhận lại nó siêu yên siêu nhẹ tòng hang nó So this is the kitchen, and this is where we kept the, you know, in the pots and pans and all your dishes and stuff up in this area, and then a small kitchen dining table that we eat on, or sometimes we like to eat here because it gets so hot, so hence that little blue table there with a food covering it. So dần pang ở nhận nhắm pung nơi diệt ở miền thăm nơi diệt ở nhận nhắm pung nơi sót tiền năm tiền toàn ăn cho nó liền ta nhận hàng ta yêu tiền ở hang nó liền nhiệt xuống ở này hang nó ở. So yeah. And then here's your stove, you know, you get a gas stove, and this is how we cook food over here. So yeah, I got some, I was, you know, one of the neighbor gave me some mango, very nice of them. So everybody here is very hospitable and very nice, where, you know, they look out for each other and they care for each other, and they pass, you know, food around. If you had a lot of extras, they usually just share with you and stuff. So, or if they have a lot of extra, I should say, and they share with you. So yeah. Again, there's a kitchen, and then let me take you to the back side. So this is where the sink, where you do your dishes and stuff. And sometimes it gets too hot, we set up the cook out here because everything's portable, so we can just bring it out here and just cook out here. You know what I mean? And yeah, and then your pots and pans hanging out here. It's a very humble living, but it's good, you know. You know, there's people are less fortunate to be able to have a place like this, but you know, we was fortunate to have a place that stayed. The bottles there, by the way, we're not trashing it. It's just sitting there. We're going to recycle it. Once they build up, there usually be somebody or, you know, come and collect it. But if we want to take it out ourselves, then they could actually sell it out, you know, go sell those bottles and stuff. So, and then let me take you to the bathroom. And I say, hang no, can you say, my dog young, my tiền, but my cow yum ya or my cow, ye pong from your mean yum ya. I say, you know, tong pong boy tung. Ma tòng yếm như ở hang nó được nhục nồng bữa xe ma tòng yếm ma tòng bùi ma tòng sâu nhằn bữa xe lành xinh là có mai mảng nồng nhé tứ tòng yếm vào mà tàu pa miền như ma tòng yếm như ma nhé quẩn nhé yếm cơ yếm như tòng như ma hang nó ở nó sẽ bị nắm tòng nó na ta bua yếm nan ho na ta put yếm tu nhé ta hay yếm nhé nong nhé liệt tòm bố mảng hong nam. So let me take you to the bathroom. So here's the bathroom, and yeah, so washing machine. Yes, we got a modern washing machine in case you're wondering. And then, you know, if we some people would just hand wash it, and then the container right there is holds your water. You notice there's no flusher on the toilet. That's what you use to flush your water with, is your toilet with, is that. And then here's your shower. You fill up this bucket, this big bucket from the hose, and then and then once you fill up, you use it. You pretty much use a cup to pour yourself, soap up, and then shower. So yeah, and then so again, sometimes the water gets shut off because the village share water, and sometimes when it get less, they only turn on certain times. So that's why we have this extra bucket to kind of fill it up, so that we have reserve water. And but for the toilet, we always want to fill it up, so that way, because people is always coming to use it. So right now the water is running, so I'm gonna fill it up. So that's how you fill it up. You just turn on the thing like that and just fill it right up. You see what I'm saying? So I try to fill it up and keep it up, so that way we don't get stuck with if they get shut off, we would have no water. So we'll always try to keep it filled up. But it rained pretty hard last night, so my cousin's telling me that most likely we won't get, they won't shut it off for a few days. But then they usually run on a timer or something. Since the village is sharing, they're trying to conserve and everybody get whatever they need, and then they shut it off for a while and then turn it back on. So yeah, it's a night hong nam bo pon ye ta pung yo hong nam hong no on te con xiang no ngam yo hong nam lien te na bua con buon xian tu na se no nong nai to wo wom se da so te ji o le da sin ta hang no so wom so tap na thong puang le bo ta no wo wom phiet bo sin le that le sabu muing gong for that le tan phiet ding hang no ha ta mai bo nai hang le se nhé mà bo pon na se so lui ho chắc muốn ham được con ô ta tao miền như nó nồng bùa rố mà dần pa nè muốn sự nồng bùa rố bùa mà chắc nhỏ sẽ tập cho này rố tuột không nó liền hoàng nằm ra nó ở bùa giờ hơn này nãy hồi như tập buông miền là xe hiếu tự nhiên phải trồng quá nó sẽ là trồng quá tệ quá ta dạo mà quá tệ pháo chiều bông lằng nó bọt béo là hàng nó ta dạo xin là hàng nó mà với con nồng con giờ dạo và nằm pa béo mà như lọ nằm pa béo mà như bản nòm nó sẽ mà hàng nòm pa mà trồng yếm mà trồng dạo xin mà trồng nồng như bùa bùa tu nồng hàng nó kẹng quân cái nhà mèn nó ta nó sao là bế tăng cái tuột. So to close the bathroom door from rolling, to stop the door from being open, we just put a piece of rock there to kind of hold it in place. This is just purely for not just entertainment but educational. So in case people come here thinking that, oh yeah, life is easy, you could just buy and do whatever. It's like, yes, if you have American dollar, yes, if you're traveling, it's easy because the conversion rate is different, right? But for the people who live here daily lives, you live on what you could afford, right? Just like in America, everybody live on what they could afford. People on Section 8, or people in townhouse, or people in their own home, or people in mansions, is what you could afford, And this is pretty comfortable living, compared to most places. So some people, they'll have less, but I'm fortunate and blessed to have a cousin who take me in and give me a place to stay for the night, or for the week, and to be able to show me around and everything else. And just like I say, everybody is very caring and loving, especially the community here. You know what I mean? So yeah, and definitely family member does help. You know what I mean? Like the love that they're showing is totally not different, but it's like very fulfilling and kind. You know what I mean? Like you could see it in their eyes and their heart. You know what I mean? So the way they show everything. So yeah, the way they show themselves to us. So yeah, I really appreciate families and everything else that have cared for me and continue, helping me through this journey. So he got a few mango trees. In America, right? Mangoes are so expensive, but over here, mangoes are all over. Like everybody got mangoes. You know what I mean? Like, here's one that's full with fruits, and there's two more that full with fruit just hanging. Oh, you say to Tom what the Tanata Mang do bonai or say, like things somehow, my Mien more toy, or my Mien more hoang toy, and hey, you put boy Sanoi the yum, yeah, the compun yum, but no hin ham some, my young boy Siang won't hear no thing or like things some go 9,000 in yum, 9,000 in hoang toy will high or 9,000. Khô nhà tiêm mẹ hắn có tận thọ đắng hai nhớ tiền to mẹ hắn đâu nhiệt chẳng thời yêu lại mà tiền dùngในเทงทำก็เนี่ยเห็นทำเปียน่าจะเป็นเนี่ยเปียวนะ Yeah, I'm just walking back up here, just showing you just a little property line of. He's here to work on his tree farm, so he's by himself. You know, it gets pretty lonely, but you know, you do what you got to do to survive. You know what I mean? So he's up here, and he owned the tree farm that I don't know. I'll probably post that on another video that you guys could see.